My name is Dean Strom alongside Matt Vadi. We have had a crazy good morning and a crazy good weekend so far, haven't we?
The medical term is osteogenesis imperfecta, more commonly referred to as brittle bone disease. It's actually fairly rare. I've had it from birth, so it's really all I've ever known. So when I was a kid growing up, I was breaking bones quite easily, whether it was a leg or a arm or ribs or collarbone, whatever. I was breaking bones. As I've gotten older, my bones have gotten a little bit better, and I've gotten a little bit smarter about what to do and what not to do and things I shouldn't do. Been on the crutches since I think 6th grade. Never once did my parents, and I gotta give them a lot of credit for this, never once did they let me have a pity party. So I've just always done everything I wanted to do, and working at a racetrack is just part of it. My dad raced short tracks around southeastern Wisconsin. I mean, I went to my first race, I think, when I was months old. Short track racing is pretty much all I've ever known. I wanted to be a race car driver. I mean, every kid growing up, I think, in short track racing. We were at a racetrack 4 days a week. Tuesday, it was Oshkosh. Wednesday, it was Cedarburg. Saturday night, it was Hales Corners. And Sunday, it was here at Slinger. It was all I ever knew was short track racing, so I wanted to do it. And I contend that if I would have been a little bit better of a salesperson, just a little bit better of a salesperson, I think I probably could have raced. Talked to my dad about it because he was going to have to help me bankroll it. But then when he said, well, how are we going to make sure you don't get hurt? I didn't have a good answer for that. And so I didn't go racing. And I got an opportunity to do some track PA at Manitowoc Speedway. That just led to more opportunities and bigger opportunities and traveling opportunities. And next thing you know, I'm doing PA at Daytona, and I'm doing PA at NASCAR tracks all around the country. I'm here at Slinger. I'm doing track TV stuff. I'm doing radio podcasts with Jim Trado and TV shows with Jim Trado, and it just, one thing led to another. And I always joke that it's like, well, if you hang around long enough, they're gonna put you to work. And I think I'm testament to that.
The physical, once glance at Dean, you know he's gonna take care of it. You know he's got a professional job to do. He's gonna take care of what you wanna do as far as the Q&As go, specifically. At the show, he's energized, he's excited. When he calls races, he gets pumped up. At Slinger Speedway, he's also been known to lead a few intermission kids dance parties on the victory stage. Just as enthusiastic, and works well beyond what you see, as some may see as a disability. I just see it as a Dean.
Dean's been a very important part of this because he sits and listens to what I'm asked. You know, like, I don't know all the answers to all this, and he's been around it on this side way more than I have, and he's like that senior advisor that I can go to and say, hey Dean, what do you think about this? Or what did we do in the past? Like, I don't know what we did here. Like, what do we do? You know, and he's been great that way to take in and kind of just see what he's got to say on everything, because he does have so much experience that way.
When you're talking to Dean, it's because he did something right, for the most part. Whether it's fast time or a win, when you're talking to him, you're on the podium, and that is always like the goal of the night is to be able to park on the front stretch and make it to Tech.
Well, Dean and I are close in age, and Dean sold Midwest Racing News underneath the grandstands at Hales Corners Speedway. So I've known Dean since 10 years old, you know. Personally wise, I've probably known Dean real well for probably the last 30 to 35 years. You know, when he worked for MRN, and, you know, he was in the office there. We talked a couple times a week, and, you know, that was back in the days when I used to make the paper, when they had a paper, you know. So we talk quite often, and we've gotten to be great friends, and he's just a stand-up guy, and he's great for this sport. He's 100% genuine, so you never have to question what comes out of his mouth.
We had a Sunday night rain out. I think my daughter was probably in high school. I thought I wanted to stay home, spend some more time at home. And I was in the recliner, and I had the remote, and I had the feet kicked up, and I was trying to find something to watch on TV, and my daughter was on the couch doing homework, and and my wife was folding laundry. She says, "Just so you know, this is what happens here on Sunday night. You're not missing much." And I literally took a moment and I looked around and I thought, oh my gosh, I guess I'm not missing much. I guess I'm not quitting. So I had only told a couple of people that I was going to quit, and Todd Thielen was one of them. And he wouldn't let me quit. And it's probably a good thing that he didn't let me, because I quickly came to my senses.
So for Dean to work at Slinger, it was a matter of the track wanted someone to be roaming, and Dean said, "I got this, no problem. I'm your guy." Slinger Speedway is probably one of the most undulating facilities as far as terrain that you'll ever find at a short track. It's dug into a hole. There's hills for where the seats are. You go up the hill to the pits. You go up the hill to the secondary pits. There's a lot of elevation, I'll just put it that way, and a lot of undulation. So for Dean to say, "I'm your guy," and continue to prove he is the guy, thank goodness they allowed him to have a golf cart finally, to get the job done, because you're in the infield 1 minute and you're up on the hill talking about pit stops or what's the next race coming up, and talk to the fast qualifier before they roll down the hill and drop in the bowl. So as far as Dean, it's really given him a purpose, and I know he enjoys it. I know he enjoys the opportunity to just know the racers, and I guess because of our love for the racing around the area, even when we're traveling nationally, it's like, oh, when can I get back to Slinger? When can I work there? So for Dean to be one of the main guys working the public address at Slinger, and then carrying that through now that the races are streamed, and just enjoying the fact that he's having a big old hootin' time at a track he enjoys being at is really satisfying to me personally.
Yeah, I have to give credit to Todd Thielen for that, the former owner of this track, and before that he was the PR guy. He had that vision, he had that, because no other track does it like we do it. Wherever I am on the grounds, I have my earbuds in, tuned to 88.5. Wherever I am on the grounds, I can hear the other announcer and he can hear me. They gave me free rein to go find the stories, go talk to the drivers, go talk to the crew chiefs, talk to the spotters, talk to the winners, talk to the fans, talk to whoever you want to talk about. Whoever has a story to tell that would be interesting, go talk to them. And so I do think it brings a different side of things than any short track that I've ever been to. And I'm kind of proud of that, because for me, it's a lot of fun. I get to hang out in the pits with the drivers and the crew chiefs and the spotters, and I get to watch some great racing. I get the best of both worlds, and I get to chime in and be a smartass once in a while on the PA, and I love it. It's not my primary job, which is a blessing, because when I do this sort of stuff, I can really have fun with it, and I don't feel the pressure I have to go out and get the next gig and find the next thing. So I've never had that pressure. I've always had fun with it. But when I did Daytona for the first time in 2011, Firecracker 400, and I still call it that. David Reagan won, and when I did Daytona for the first time, I'm like, this is pretty cool. We might be onto something here. But then, like I say, every opportunity that comes up, it's just a blessing, and I just have fun with it. And I try to end it, whether I'm on track TV, whether I'm in the booth, whether I'm a pit reporter here at Slinger, whether I'm in the tower at Slinger. It doesn't matter. I always just try to have fun, because the fans sitting at home are having fun, or should be having fun, and the fans sitting at the track should be having fun. That's why they're here. So I just try to have fun, entertain, inform, and bring the stories of what these drivers and crews are all about, and what keeps them going, and how they got involved, and what keeps them going up and down the road.